Hi guys, how are you? I am Diana Diamonds. If you don't know who I am a legal licensed courtesan at Love Ranch in Mountain House, Nevada. I have been a courtesan for over 15 years and I love what I do. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts when visiting a brothel. So let's get into today's video. I am super excited to do this video. I haven't done a video in a while, you guys, and I apologize. Had a lot going on behind the scenes in my personal life, but anyway, we are back with a video. So if you're interested in learning more about me, hit that like and subscribe to my channel. Anyway, when you go to a brothel, it can be a very intimidating process, because especially if you've never been to a brothel to see a lady such as myself or any of the other ladies that work at Love Ranch, Sagebrush, or the Bunny Ranch. We're all in the same family, same network, and you'll have a great time. But hopefully you'll come see me, and I will tell you how you can get in touch with me and all those things here at the end of the video. So where do you start? So if you're thinking, okay, this is something that is intriguing and I'm curious, but I have no idea where to start, then my best bet is sit down and go over your finances. Number one, you definitely want to have a ballpark figure. And what do I mean by a ballpark figure? I mean that you need to have a estimated amount in your mind that you're comfortable in spending. You have to remember, unless you're driving to Love Ranch or any of the houses I mentioned, you're going to be flying in, and you'll fly into the Reno Tahoe airport, okay? And so you have to remember, you're going to need your flight, you're going to need your hotel expenses, your food expenses, all that good stuff. Plus, if you want to check out like maybe what's out in Reno or in Sparks or anything nearby, that's extra as well. So you want to make sure you have enough to make sure you have a successful trip, and keep that in mind as well. But despite all that, putting that aside, you will go to my website at dianadiamonds.com, where you have all my information. You can send me an email, and that'll get the ball rolling to set up an appointment with me, and that's the easiest and most preferred way to contact me. I do not live at the ranch. I live in another state, and so for me, I have to keep all that in mind as well. I have to worry about getting a flight, making sure I have enough money for the doctors. All those things go into consideration when I come to work. Now, if I'm there already and you want to come and see me, that's great. So you can do it, like I said, one of two ways. You can just pop up and walk in and ring the bell and see who's there on the floor. Or if you have somebody that's already in the back of your mind that you want to see, then you can reach out to that lady via the Bunny Ranch, the Sagebrush, the Love Ranch website, and you can send them an email, and they can kind of guide you along what they offer. And we can't discuss prices online, but we can give you a ballpark number. And what does that mean? That means, like, for example, let's say you want to hang out with me for an hour. Hypothetically, I could say, oh, you'll need around $2,000, give or take, and that way you at least will have that much. It can be more, it can be less, depending on what you want to do, those kind of things. That all factors into our pricing. But like, again, I can't really go into too much of that because we can only do that in our rooms at the houses that we work. That's state law. But you can send me an email, say, hey Diana, or whoever, I am looking to do A, B, and C for an hour, 2 hours, overnight, whatever the case may be for your particular needs. And then we can kind of email each other back and forth. And what'll happen is, if you guys agree that in that ballpark figure, let's say hypothetically you agree for like 2 hours for $2,000, something like that. And these are just hypothetical numbers, you guys. I'm not putting prices out there, so please don't think that's what it's gonna be, because it's different for everybody. At least for me, I don't have a flat rate, okay? I work by everybody's individual budget, and I try my best to accommodate in a amount that you're comfortable in spending, and in an amount that's comfortable for me as well, because I want this to be a win-win situation. So you'll email the lady that you want to see, and sometimes they don't reply, and if they don't reply, just email another one. I suggest finding like 3 ladies of your choosing, maybe like one from each house, like me from Love Ranch, or someone from Sage and someone from Bunny Ranch. If you choose to do so, then you can kind of have at least a plan B, if that makes sense. Anyway, and then once you have everything squared away and figured out, you can decide, okay, Diana, let's see, I want to spend, let's say, $2,000 for whatever activities, whatever amount of time, around that number. Then we'll have to decide on the date. Now, the way that I work, unless I'm there at the ranch, it's going to be a little bit more, just because I have to take that into consideration if I'm not on tour at the time you want to see me. But every lady is different, so to each their own. But if it is an urgent request, I do take those, but you'll have to renegotiate, and because it's just, I live in the South, and Nevada's a little bit of a journey for me to get to, and I love that. But at the same time, I have to make sure everything here at home is a-okay for me to just up and leave if I am not scheduled to be on tour at that time you want to see me. Like I said, every lady is different, so let's say we've gotten all that out of the way. What happens next? You'll decide on the date. So let's say, hypothetically, you email me today, and you want to see me like in November, and the time that you want to see me, I'm going to be at the ranch, because I do have a November tour coming up. I also have a September tour coming up very soon as well. So let's just say you want to do like November 15th. My birthday is November 20th, so I'm going to be at the ranch. And what would happen is, once you email me, we chat a while, we kind of go through the process of the numbers, the dates, and all that good stuff. Then you can call the house, and you can leave a deposit for me if you'd like to do so. The deposits are non-refundable, and that will go to the cost of your party. So for example, let's say we agreed on roughly $2,000, and you wanted to leave a deposit. You could leave like $200, 10% of, you know, whatever you choose to leave for me, and that guarantees that, okay, on November 15th at 3 p.m. or whatever the time is that we've decided on, you'll know I'll be ready to go. I'll be dressed, ready, all that good stuff. Done deal. And to me, that's a lot easier than just randomly going to a brothel, you know, because that's great too. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely a-okay to do that, and it's also a lot of fun to do that. But my plan is, if you're wanting to see a specific lady, such as myself or another lady at another one of our lovely houses, then you want to make sure that she's going to be there at the time you're ready to see her. That's what I'm saying for that. So that's a do on setting up an appointment or showing interest in a specific lady. Don't, okay, sorry, I have a call coming in. Anyway, don't just assume that that lady is going to be there if you haven't reached out for her for your visit, because sometimes the website's not always right. A lady, like, it could say a lady is there when she's not there. Maybe she went to Reno for a day, you know, like on her day off, or maybe she went down to Vegas on an out date, or whatever the case may be. Just make sure that you remember to reach out to the specific lady you were interested in. Or again, if that sounds like it's too much work, too much, you know, whatever, and you want to be more spontaneous, then go ahead and book your flight to Reno, get your hotel, get your rental car. Or if you're driving, go ahead and drive to Love Ranch, Sagebrush, or the Bunny Ranch. We're all the same family. And you can do a lineup. And what's a lineup? Good question. A lineup is when you come in, you'll come to the gate. Let's say, for example, Love Ranch, where I work. You'll come to Love Ranch, you'll see the fence outside, you'll see the gate, you'll ring the buzzer one time. That tells the manager, the bartender, whoever's on duty at the moment, hey, we have company. She'll call the ladies. All of us will line up, and we'll be ready for you. And you can come in and see whoever's available in the house. And if I'm there, hopefully you'll pick me. We can go on a tour. I'll answer all of your questions. At that time, we can go back to my room or to the VIP room and negotiate if you're interested in seeing me. At that time, we'll talk about money, pricing, we'll talk about time, we'll talk about activities, and if you and I agree on an adventure after that, then what will happen is I will take your credit card and ID or the cash or whatever we decided on, and then I'll take you to the cashier's office, which is not too far away, and we'll book, and you'll sign your credit card receipt, and we'll go back to my room or the VIP, whatever we've decided on, and I'll take good care of you, and you'll leave with a smile on your face, and hopefully you'll come back and see me, or whatever lady you decide to pick out of lineup. It's pretty much all the same thing. Let me see what else as far as do's and don'ts of going to a brothel. Don't come to a brothel and expect to party with a lady and you're not clean. Like, I cannot express that enough, you guys. I understand, like, sometimes guys are like truck drivers. They've been on the road for a couple days. They haven't had a chance to take a shower or anything like that. Or maybe you just came in from like New York or California and you haven't had a chance to take a shower yet. Trust me, the ladies appreciate good hygiene. And for me personally, that is a must. Like, no exception. So if we decide to book a party, that shower is going to be free. That's how I offer my showers, but it will go into that time. So again, you're going to have to take that in consideration if you need a shower. So do practice good hygiene. Don't expect a lady to come have a nice time with you if you're not clean. That's definitely a turn off, and no, because you have to understand, we do a doctor visit every week, once a month, for HIV and STDs, and then we do a weekly checkup for like sexually transmitted diseases and stuff like that. I'm sorry, you guys, my phone keeps going off like crazy. I don't know. Just bear with me. But yeah, that's some of the do's and don'ts, in my opinion, of what to do in a brothel. Do always tip your lady. Tips are never required, you guys, but they are very much appreciated, and you can tip her before or after. Keep in mind, whatever you give the lady goes back to the house to be put on her time card. Don't expect free time. I've seen this multiple times, time and time again, where like a guy will come in and he's having a lot of fun with me, or whatever the case may be, and you'll hear the intercom, "Thank you, time to reparty," because that's what happens after your time is up, So for example, if you book an hour with me or another lady, after our hour's done, you'll either hear "time to reparty" at the door or the intercom. And we do have intercoms in our rooms, and they'll page you from the office, "time to reparty," and at that time you can either negotiate and go for some more time. Like, if they want to pay, like, for example, for me, it's like, if you've paid $2,000 hypothetically for that hour, then you had a good time, I had a good time, the energy was good, we were enjoying ourselves, and we lost all track of time, but you want to go again. Maybe you don't have another $2,000. I might give you another hour for $1,000, give or take. But that's what renegotiating is. So that's something that you can definitely do with a lady in a brothel. Don't assume that she's going to give you extra time for free, because maybe that's not how it works. Let's see. Don't expect the lady of your choice that you party with to give you her personal information. Some of us have business cards that will have like our work email, our house phone number, our website, things like that. So a lot of girls will have a business card with all that information, and we can just hand that to you, or we can write it down on a piece of paper. Don't expect us to give you our personal information, phone number, address, a lot of stuff like that. That's a no-no. So yeah, definitely don't do that. So I think that's gonna be it for this little mini video of do's and don'ts in a Nevada brothel. And if I think any more, I will do a part 2 later on. But I will be at Love Ranch at the end of this month in September, and I'll be there till October 14th, 15th, somewhere around there. So if you're interested in seeing me, visit me at dianadiamonds.com and email me at dianadiamonds@loveranch.net. And please subscribe to my channel. Bye. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.